I'm going to tell you exactly which companies are offering Tier 2 sponsorship in the UK. And also I will share my list of 50 top visa sponsors in the end of my video. Hi guys, I'm Valeria from mindthegrad.com and welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I share advice and tips for students building their career in the UK. I upload new videos every week, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So if you're currently a student in the UK, or if you're planning to study in the UK in the near future, you're probably wondering, how can I remain in the UK for my career? In order to obtain a work visa in the UK, you must be sponsored by one of the companies that has a license to sponsor international students. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly which companies are offering sponsorship for work visa in the UK. In fact, I will share exact statistics with you and will explain which jobs international students are currently getting in the UK. How do I know this, you might ask? And that's a good question. Well, not only have I found a job for myself with Tier 2 sponsorship when I graduated from university, now I also help other international students find their first job in the UK and get Tier 2 work visas. I have done extensive research on internet, contacted companies about whether they sponsor international students and what is the process of sponsoring, and also I bring my experience of several years working in HR in a top investment bank. So, if you're convinced now, let's not waste any more time and jump straight to the topic of companies offering Tier 2 sponsorship in the UK. So for us to figure out which companies are offering sponsorship, we first need to understand which occupations international students are getting once they graduate from university in the UK. So there are lots of statistics about graduate jobs in the UK and where students are placed after university. And I think this statistics is not very accurate because it takes into account all the students in the UK. So local, EU and international. We need to be more specific and see exactly where our international students are placed. I have looked at UK Home Office official data for 2012-2018, so 6 years immigration data, to find out which are top occupations for international students in the UK. Top 6 occupations for international students in the past 6 years are: number 1, science and engineering professionals; number 2, business and administration professionals; number 3, information communication technicians; number 4 are health professionals; number 5 are teaching professionals; and number 6 are chief executives and senior officials. In my pie chart, you can see approximate distribution between these professions. So as you can see, there are clear winners or top professions for international students, which is science and engineering and business administration. ICT is also quite often sponsored. The reason for these top 3 professions is that UK is always in demand for talented international students trained in STEM subjects, which is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. These subjects are more technical and require a lot of training and perseverance, so it is easier for international students to compete with local students in these subjects. Another reason for this distribution is that UK has a large finance and professional services sector. And in this sector, there are lots of companies that have the ability, the money, the network, the resources to train and sponsor international students. So now, since we know which jobs international students are getting, we can guess which kind of companies are sponsoring these jobs. For health professionals, it is pretty self-explanatory. It is mainly NHS or other large affiliates of the NHS. And for teaching professionals, it is mainly the universities or other large educational institutions. Now let's talk about the top 3 categories of jobs. Science and engineering jobs are usually given by large multinational companies. So I'm going to give you some examples. ACOM Global Infrastructure Firm, they provide graduate schemes for international students. Atkins Global Engineering Consultancy Firm. Mott MacDonald Engineering, Development and Management Consultancy Company. Siemens, you probably know Siemens, large engineering and technology company. There are also jobs in engineering and science available in oil sector in companies such as BP and Shell. And there are many more well-known and less well-known companies. You just need to do your research. What to do if you are not trained to be an engineer or a scientist, but you still want to remain in the UK for a job, Another sector you can consider is business administration. There are a lot of jobs available there, and you don't have to study business or finance or accounting to get into that sector. As long as you can prove you have the right skills and ability to learn, you can apply for these jobs. So which companies are offering sponsorship in these professions? First of all, banking and finance, and that's where I was able to get a job. These companies are usually investment banks or finance firms, very well known around the world, who have a big presence in the UK. Okay, let's name a few. UBS, Credit Suisse, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Barclays, Lloyds Banking Group, BlackRock, HSBC Bank, and many, many more. It's not just banking and finance companies that are given jobs in business administration. There are lots of accounting, consulting, and professional services companies that are given jobs in tax, audit, accounting, consulting that are also available for international students to apply for and get that sponsorship. Let me name you a few companies. EY, KPMG, Deloitte, PwC. These are top 4 consulting firms. Then we have BDO, Bloomberg, McKinsey, Grant Thornton, and Accenture. This is again just some I thought of very well-known companies that definitely have a lot of places available. But there are actually a lot of small firms that you can find that also provide sponsorship. As I said, don't be afraid to explore jobs in these companies, even if you think you don't have any experience working in such firms. They consider applicants from all backgrounds. And it's worth mentioning the third category, which is ICT, and these jobs are available in all of the companies that I have mentioned. Now, all the big companies require information and technology students. These companies, they quite often will have technology schemes. So make sure you explore these opportunities if technology is your subject or if technology is a sector you wish to work in. By the way, don't forget I have this video available that you can watch, which explains and gives you steps for getting a Tier 2 sponsored job in the UK. If you're an international student that need any advice on finding a job in the UK, drop me a comment or connect with me on Instagram. You can also check out my website where I offer personal coaching help for international students, where we work together on different aspects of getting a Tier 2 sponsored job in the UK. Now, as I promised, my list of 50 top visa sponsors for international students in the UK. You can download this list completely free using the link below. And I hope it will be useful for you when you're searching for companies and positions to apply for. Thank you for watching my video, and I would appreciate a thumbs up if you found this video useful. And I wish you best of luck from Mind The Grad. Bye!